What a performance from Chelsea. Simply sensational from the dugout in Enzo Maresca to the execution from the players. Chelsea have just dominated Aston Villa. And Aston Villa are no mugs. So welcome back to the channel, guys. And I'm guessing all of you that do watch this will have a smile on your face right now because Chelsea looked unstoppable today. Everything from defensively, offensively, moments in transition, positioning on the pitch, the tactics implemented, Chelsea looked unstoppable. Aston Villa just couldn't cope with Chelsea's ability to play through the lines, but also their intensity off the ball. And I can't lie, Enzo Maresca's cooking something. So I'm going to pick out 3 good points from today's performance, and I'm going to try and pick out 3 bad points. But I'm also going to give myself an L. I'm going to take my L, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So it was Aston Villa at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea, and Chelsea have just come comfortably and won 3-0. Now, Villa actually have a decent record at Stamford Bridge in recent times, but Chelsea today made it look easy. And I'm going to start with my first good for today, and I'm going to give that accolade to Enzo Maresca. I think his tactics he implemented, the profiles he picked in his selection, were just absolutely on point. I often say, and I always say, probably nearly every video I say, profiles create partnerships to win games. And the fact that he played Moses Caicedo at right back complemented Romeo Lavia and Enzo Fernandez. It allowed Chelsea to be aggressive off the ball, but it also allowed Chelsea to be fluid in possession. Just look at the way Chelsea are attacking. They're getting bodies in and around Nicholas Jackson, which helped a lot. It was a bank of 3-2-4, and Aston Villa just couldn't cope. Ultimately forced Aston Villa to drop deeper. Therefore, Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Jadon Sancho just had more room to operate and pick up pockets of space. It was simply exceptional from Enzo Maresca. And let's give him his flowers because this has been happening all season. The way Chelsea are performing and playing is just simply unbelievable in comparison to last season under Poch. The way he's transformed this side and implemented his ideas has just taken Chelsea to another level. And Chelsea started like a house on fire. They look sharp, they look aggressive, they look right up for the game. And that's what you've got to do against an Aston Villa, and they just couldn't match our intensity. And the credit of Aston Villa this season has been their intensity, and that was shown in last season as well. But because of that intensity, that will to get forward, Nicholas Jackson opened the scoring, got his 8th league goal of the season. Now, I want to proudly say I've always been in the Nicholas Jackson fan club. I have continuously backed this guy on Twitter, defended this guy on Twitter, even last season, when he was missing bundle of chances. But I actually thought he took his shot well. Yes, he hit the post and it went back off Martinez, but the way he struck the ball, we wouldn't have seen that from Nicholas Jackson last season, especially on his left foot. Probably would have got his body in foot and tried to take a touch. So the fact that he had the confidence to take it first time is a massive, massive benefit to Chelsea. All of our goals today came from team goals. We won the ball back for our second goal high and early, and that allowed Cole Palmer to play in Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez with a great bit of improvisation, touch on his left foot, strike on his right foot, beautiful. Bottom corner, 2-0 Chelsea. Chelsea looked absolutely comfortable. Aston Villa didn't know how to cope. Unai Emery didn't know how to tactically change the game to benefit his side, and that's another credit to Enzo Maresca. I want to give him his flowers so much. I don't think I'm doing him justice for what we've just seen out there today because simply, tactically, it was perfect. Now, for the next 2 good points is difficult because there's 3 players I want to mention, but it can only go to 2 of them. So I want to give Marc Cucurella his flowers. He was unbelievable today. How consistent is that boy? If you were to make a team of the season, Premier League team of the season right now, he's in there. He is in there. He has been simply sensational defensively, offensively all season. He's a consistent performer, and he was brilliant today. Positioning was on point. He attacked at the right times. He stayed back and defended at the right times. He got his distance between his man right. He engaged at the right times. He was simply unbelievable, and he was nobody to get past him. So Marc Cucurella, and this won't be for the last time this season, you've put yourself on the pedestal. Now, this is where it gets difficult because I thought Enzo Fernandez was so intelligent today. I thought he took his goal well. And what is it? It's something like 5 assists, 2 goals in his last 4 Chelsea games. He is on hot form at the minute, and I thought he was brilliant today. He picked up pockets of space well. He moved the ball well, dictated play from deep. He had a complete performance and he played to his own strengths, and that's what you need to do as a footballer. I thought he was sensational today, but I thought, and this is why I'm going to give the last good to Moses Caicedo, because I thought he allowed Enzo Fernandez to play his natural game. Caicedo was an unsung hero in everything good about Chelsea today. He was sharp on the tackle. He was aggressive. He controlled not only the central areas, but the right back position himself. His distribution was good. His positioning was good. His decision making on when to invert and when to keep his shape was absolutely spectacular. And his performance allowed Enzo Fernandez to roam, to be expressive. So I think without Moses Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez doesn't put that performance in. And that's why this third slot is going to Moses Caicedo. And he has been Chelsea's best player this season. But I know it's all about today, but today he was absolutely on it. Another dominant performance from the Ecuadorian Moses Caicedo. And now we get on to the bad, and you know what? This is extremely difficult, and I can't even fault the performance. Even Robert Sanchez deserves credit because, save from Ollie Watkins, kept us in that game. If that goes 1-1, the game's different. But apart from that chance and maybe 1-2 others, Robert Sanchez wasn't really tested. I tweeted out, I kind of feel like Robert Sanchez and Emi Martinez had a Space Jam before the game where they just exchanged talents. Because Emi Martinez was making error after error after error, and he even come off with a fake injury, in my opinion. And Robert Sanchez actually looked decent, so we need to give him his credit. But I think the fact that Jorgensen played well midweek made Robert Sanchez step up. Now he knows he's got somebody hunting him down. And I think that's what you need in a quality, very, very good team. Players battling each other for their starting spot. But for my first bad point today, and it's not even a performance by somebody, it's the fact that Wesley Fofana had to come off with an injury. I was devastated seeing that because he's actually been very impressive this season. And I hope, pray to God, the injury taking him off was just for precaution, because you can see in these performances he's starting to build that confidence, he's starting to build that momentum, and that'll just elevate his game to another level, because what his talent is undeniable. This boy was one of the hottest prospects as a youth footballer, and those injuries that he suffered has took him back a little bit. We can't deny that. And I think any more injuries or big injuries, it's going to hurt him mentally. So I just hope that it's nothing serious, and I hope he's back fit and they did take him off for precaution. But I thought before his injury, he was excellent today. Him and Levi Colwill are forming a brilliant partnership. And lastly, this probably won't be the last time I'm going to put myself in the bad point, because I tweeted out we should take off Cole Palmer for either João Felix or Christopher Nkunku. Now, I wasn't tweeting it out to say Cole Palmer's had a bad game, because I don't think he had a special game until his goal. I tweeted it out because I was thinking in my head, we've got 3 games in 1 week, because we've got Southampton midweek and then we've got another game on the weekend. I was thinking, why don't we just rest them? We're 2-0 up, we look comfortable. Yes, the second half went flat a little bit, but we didn't need to go up the gears. It was Aston Villa that had to take the game to us, and they didn't really find that momentum to. So I was just thinking in my head, let's rest Cole Palmer. Let's just give him some minutes off the pitch, just to rest up, injury-free. We'll go into Southampton with a fresh and fit Cole Palmer. That's exactly what my thinking was. And then what's he do? He does his dirty, pings one straight in the top corner, and you know what? Hang my head in shame. I am never going to tweet out, please take off Cole Palmer, because he just embarrasses me like that. But what a beautiful goal. Cole Palmer just makes things look effortless, and just the way he just calmly caressed it in the top corner just made it beautiful. And there's something about left footers when they strike a ball, it's a lot more elegant, it's got a lot more finesse than when a right footer does it. And I think that's the beauty of Cole Palmer. He can kind of go missing in games, but he steps up in the big moments. Chelsea got what they deserved today. 3 points, 3 goals, most importantly, a clean sheet. So Chelsea defensively was superb. And I think the most important thing to come from today is a clean sheet, because that's our first clean sheet in 8 Premier League games. So that's just going to give us confidence that we can keep clean sheets going into the Southampton game midweek. There's a lot more good I could put on Chelsea today but I can only pick 3. So my 3 were Marc Cucurella, Moses Caicedo, and Enzo Maresca. But again, what a performance. Tactically from Enzo Maresca, but we need to credit the players for executing the performance. We played so well. We were so aggressive off the ball. It made Aston Villa look poor, and it made them backtrack. I've never seen such a low defensive line from Aston Villa since Unai Emery's come in. But every single Chelsea fan, because of the 3-0 victory, cannot leave this video without hitting the like button. Support a new channel. But again, I just want to commend that performance from Chelsea because it was exquisite. They made it look effortless today, even though they were working hard against a very, very talented and tactically astute Aston Villa side. Now, you can see Aston Villa are on bad form. I get that. But you still need to punish them. And we did that today. So huge credit Enzo Maresca and the boys. And before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop a like, drop a comment. What do you make of that performance? Because if we can do that for the rest of the season, there's absolutely no reason why we can't finish the top 3. And we're sitting there right now, level on points with Arsenal. If you would threw that at me at the start of the season, I would have snapped your hands off. Chelsea boys, Enzo Maresca, more of the same, please. Again, guys, I just want to say I appreciate your time watching this video. Ciao for now.